Howdy, y'all. I'm going to come to you today with a little bit of fun for you. Catnip for idiots. Title of this particular video is Catnip for Idiots. And the reason why I titled this video that is because apparently folks can't seem to get their asses out of their fucking, their heads out of their asses far enough to be able to see the light of day. And it's bothering me because, honestly, how can you call yourself a fucking human being and not use the one thing that defines the difference between us and animals? Sitting up here. The one fucking thing. Because believe it or don't, this does not define the difference between you and an animal. This does not define you as a difference between you and an animal. This does not define you as a difference between you and an animal. What defines the difference between you and an animal is this. Your brain. It is 40% larger by body volume than any other creature on the planet. And that is the difference. Start fucking using it. Because I look at this shit. I see these people going around and they're fucking just talking out the side of their neck. We need to go and get the vaccine. We need to go and do this. We need to track those who aren't so that we know whether or not. And excuse the fuck out of me. But the last time I checked, common sense, logic, and reason dictate that the better of the two options is called herd immunity. The better of the two options, believe it or don't, is to actually catch the fucking disease and then survive it. By the old school methods. Because the funny shit is, and mind you, these are just the rantings of a crazy ass fucking patriotic motherfucker. Alright, I'm just a crazy patriotic bastard. I ain't nothing special. I ain't no fucking doctor. I ain't no fucking nurse. I ain't no nothing special. I'm just a fucking smart motherfucker who uses his brain, logic, and reason. Why are they tracking you if you haven't had a COVID vaccine? Why? Why are they bothering with censoring what you have to say if you are on this level of, I don't want it because it could cause me physical harm? Why are they so adamant on silencing those who have a different opinion? Ask yourself this. And then look back through history at those who have been silenced, at those who have been repressed, at those who have had to go through certain instances of being registered or documented or tracked. I'll take you back 100 years. No, not even that. I'll take you back 80 years. Germany, 1938. Now, I know this is sensitive for a lot of Germans. I appreciate that, and I'm not trying to say that it's Germans that did this. I'm saying that it was a small section of the German populace that at the time were some horrible motherfuckers. And they were in political power. So ask yourself, what do we have right now? Some horrible motherfuckers in political power. And you are literally sitting there feeding the flames that hold their boilers running. You are granting them steam to propel them forwards. I say you are because I'm not. I'm sitting here enjoying my life, trying not to be fucking held back by it. I am doing my damnedest to try and make my life a better life. I am doing everything in my power to try and provide for my future. Because as it just so stands, I'm physically handicapped. I cannot do a standard regular job which I'm good at. Because it would be illegal. Not because it would be something I'm incapable of. I can't keep up with the rest of the workforce, which means that, therefore, I'm not supposed to actually hold that job, that position, because I can't keep up. And so it would be discriminatory if I were to be treated any different, because I can't keep up. I accept that. Honest to God. When I first got into the workforce, I got fucking laid off because I worked harder than anybody in the workforce. Anybody on my team. And they didn't like it and they all complained about me. Now, I can't keep up with them. And therefore, I would get laid off because I can't keep up with them. You see how that works? It's never good enough. So I don't try. That doesn't mean I can't do. It just means I don't try. Because I figure, what's the point of wasted effort when I have so many other things that I can actually utilize that effort on? Affecting my life for the better. Doing things I enjoy. Living my life to the fullest. See, that's the whole spiel here. The Guardsman channel, we guard happiness and the pursuit thereof. Life and the ability to enjoy that. Liberty and all that comes with it. So, when it comes down to it, I want you to take into recollection this crazy bastard you see right in front of you, this angry motherfucker, has been made angry by society. This angry motherfucker has been made angry by others sitting there poking at him and poking at him and poking at him while this bear has been hibernating. This crazy motherfucker that you see right here, has been pushed to the limit by individuals who do not accept that what they are doing is immoral and wrong in every sense of the word. So what fucking incentive do I have to capitulate to their wants and their wills? Why would I ever bend the knee to these motherfuckers? Go ahead, track me. I don't give a flying fuck. Exclude me from society. The only person you are hurting is yourself. I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna relax, and I'm gonna smoke my cigarette. I'm gonna drink my beer. I'm gonna toke on my joint. And I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off as I watch you do the ass first spiral into the fucking grave. Do you know why? If you don't, I'll explain it to you. But if you do, go ahead and put it down there in that comment section. And I appreciate you. But if you don't know why, listen up. It's because I have been warning people since I was knee-high to a fucking grasshopper. If you keep letting this happen, it's going to destroy my life. If you keep letting this happen, it's going to destroy your children's lives. And you will only have yourselves to blame. Did anybody listen to me? No, they called me crazy. They stuck my ass in a fucking nut ward. Because why would you ever listen to a kid who's sitting there saying, you know, this is wrong. You need to vote against this. You need to go out there and tell people that this is wrong. Oh, well, you voted against it and you told people it was wrong and it still happened? Well, then your vote must not matter. But no. Don't listen to that. Because this guy's crazy. This kid's crazy. You know, to go and stick him in a fucking nut ward. That was my childhood. In a nutshell. From the time I was 10 years old. Shit, from the time I was 9.5 years old. Till the time I was 18. Don't listen to this guy because he's crazy. Except for the fact that throughout my entirety of going to school, teachers would walk up to me, look at me sitting there reading a fucking Harry Potter book, and ask me questions about what the fuck the class was learning, and I would answer them succinctly and perfectly, as according to the lesson. And then they would leave me alone for a month. Some of my teachers would turn around and say, you already learned this, didn't you, Blaine? And I go, yeah. They go, all right, you have a nice one. For the rest of the class who did not learn this, and that's what I'm saying. I was bullied since I was a fucking little kid. Since I was a shrimp. And now, it's my turn to do the bullying. It's my turn to tell you that you are stupid as fuck for fucking feeding into these lies and this bullshit. It is my turn to tell you that you should have been paying attention, even if you couldn't afford it. Because guess what? I never could. I still did. It is because I cared enough. It's because I actually gave a shit about my future. I wanted to leave a legacy for myself. I wanted to add to the Price family name. But I was stifled. They said, you can't do that. And I said, why not? What's wrong with me saying what I'm seeing? What's wrong with me talking about what I see as wrong in the world? That's a question I got for you, YouTube. What is wrong with me talking about what I see that is wrong in the world? Because we're talking about things that have already been fixed, like civil rights abuses and shit like that. We're still hashing that shit up, bringing it up, even though it is a sore subject and it does not need to be talked about anymore because we've already gone through it and we've already made it better. But we need to fucking drag you through that mud because we don't want you to talk about the rest of it. What the fuck? Honestly. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, October. India Oscar Mike, motherfuckers. On that one, y'all got some special shit going on. Because honestly, who the fuck takes untested medications and then turns around and says, oh, but it's for your own good. Because I'll tell you what I did when I took untested medications. I jotted down every fucking thing in a goddamn journal, and that journal got turned over to doctors. And those doctors turned around and they utilized it in order to understand what was good and what was bad. Now, this is back in the day when they actually fucking paid attention to their jobs, but hey, I digress. The point remains. Catnip for idiots. To drag you away from living your life. To drag you away from pursuing your happiness. To enslave your mind instead of letting it blossom. Instead of allowing you to do things in your life that give you meaning, that give you worth. Now, this is all coming from somebody who's writing fucking fiction books. Believe it or don't. Yes. I'm a fiction writer. I'm a bladesmith. I'm a fucking Minuteman. I do all sorts of shit. But the reality remains. If I actually applied for a job, I can't get one. Guarantee you that. First thing out of their mouths is, you have a vaccine? Second thing out of their mouths is, 1099 or W-2? Neither of which is important. See, in America, we've got something called UTT, also known as an odd job. Something you actually don't have to report on taxes. But, you know, those are becoming more prevalent and at the same time being more regulated. For instance, I can't even do that anymore. It don't make no fucking sense, but what can I say? I'm just little old me. I'm not Mr. Government. I'm not Mr. freaking black suit wearing, white shirt and tie, white shirt and black tie sort of shit. No. I'm little old me in a freaking grubby ass fucking jacket and dirty ass fucking clothes. Trying to just survive. I'm just a maniac of a monkey. That being said, this maniac of a monkey is in the best health he's ever been in, considering the facts. And funny enough, everybody turns around and say that they were in the best health they were ever in their high school years. No, I'm actually in much better health than I was in my high school years. And I don't work out anymore. Forget about a labor intensity. I'm not worried about that. That's not a bother for me. You know what a bother for me is? The physical activity, the physical action. Because it causes me intense pain. To do push-ups, to do sit-ups. I fucking can't even do one sit-up because of how painful it is. Not because of the fact that I can't, I wouldn't do it, or, because I'm butthurt about fucking working out. Fuck that shit. No, that's not the bother. The bother is that if I do it, I might shit myself because it's so painful. And because of where the pain is. Food for thought. You know, I used to run a 16-minute 4 mile. And just so that we're clear, there are United States Marine Corps, both active and veteran, who can attest to this. I used to do the circuit at Wilson Park in Torrance, California. While they're sitting there doing their standard training at Wilson, I was doing my own training at Wilson Park, running around the motherfucker. And so we're clear, Wilson Park is point 0.8 of a mile in circumference. And I would run that motherfucker all day long. Just doing circles, working out, doing pull-ups on the tree branches, freaking doing push-ups off of next to my car in the fucking parking lot, doing fucking, ruck marches back and forth across that freaking place. Just for the physical activity. All right, and motherfuckers say, "Oh well, you didn't train, you didn't do all this, you didn't do all that." No, motherfucker, I did. Difference is that I wasn't sanctioned because I didn't need to be. Because nobody needs to be. You are the militia. The only thing that's stopping you from being that unholy power, that will, that strength that an American is supposed to be, is you. So I want you to think about it. Are you sitting there sniffing the catnip? Are you the one who's sitting there taking the fucking government nose candy? Or are you the one who's getting out there, doing and being? Are you the one who is affecting your life for the better? Because the reality sits that you are the only one who can. Stop waiting for others. Start doing for you. Nobody is coming to save you. It's up to you. That doesn't just apply to self-defense. That applies to your everyday life. That applies to taking a piss, for fuck's sake. Nobody's going to go and shake it for you. You have to do it yourself. No, let's be clear. Raunchy as that may sound, it's a reality. Nobody's going to go take a piss for you. My dad used to ask me all the time, "Hey, Blake, go take a piss for me." What? We need to pee. Go take a piss for me. He said it jokingly, of course. But it was kind of, one of those, it was a wake-up moment. Like, what the fuck? Why would I take a piss for you when you have to go take a piss? It was one of those, what the fuck are you talking about? Sort of things. And here I am, I'm sitting here thinking, well, that's what everybody wants nowadays. That's what people want. Is for you to go and shake it for them. Well, excuse me, but that's not my problem. That's not for me to do. I can go take a piss all I want. That's not going to change the fact that your bladder is full. So, I'm going to put out there. This is my life advice, my self-help advice. This is not medical advice. This is not for you to go fucking lose your minds over and go, oh, we gotta cancel him because he's so fucking wrong. He's saying things that we can't fucking listen to. It's not okay. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, Mr. Sea Lion. Last time I checked, I'm the only one who cares about me. I mean, yeah, I have other people say it, but I've never seen it. I'm the one who has to go and take my trash out to the curb. I'm the one who has to go drive to and from the grocery store every day, every week. I'm the one who has to fucking, do things for my dog and for my chickens. I'm the one who has to go and, keep the coyotes from getting into my yard and killing my chickens or attacking my dog. But no, don't pay attention to that because, there's all this other stuff that society grants you, right? I'm on Social Security because I can't get a job. Not because I can't do a job, but because I can't get one. That's literally what it is. I can't keep up with the workforce, so therefore, they won't employ me. So therefore, I stopped applying. Because, what's the point? Why waste my breath and my time and my effort on a fruitless pursuit? Simple. And, before you ask, well then, why do you pursue happiness? Because the fact of the matter is that's my right. I have a right to pursue my happiness, regardless of whether or not it is a fruitless pursuit. And honestly, it's not. Because I dictate whether or not I'm happy. Just the same as you dictate whether or not you're happy. Food for thought. You affect your existence. Nobody else does. You allow someone else to affect your existence if you do. And if they do. So I want you to sit back after watching this half-hour long video. And I want you to think to yourself. What the fuck have I done lately? Yo, guardsmen on, motherfuckers. And I am out.